Dude, it should be illegal to make something that smells like that.
What?
Told you, it's wild, man.
Right? I guess let's begin.
Hajime So we're back. Let's say you have a little more cheddar. It's Thanksgiving, but you have that like Peking duck budget. You might want to go up market and find something that is inoffensive but intriguing. Have you ever been to anybody's house who doesn't serve traditional Thanksgiving food?
No. I don't know. I'm kind of a hermit. I don't go out much. I think I'm offensive with my perfumes. I don't get invited back to the party.
It's alright.
Hopefully you can fix that for me today.
I can. I can fix it in a big way. And you saved me from talking about the time I went over to somebody's house and said, you can't Thanksgiving. Don't do that.
Embarrassing.
Yeah, totally embarrassing. Alright.
Be better out there.
First fragrance. We have 5 niche fragrances that are going to do exactly what they need to do. They'll have you smelling good without dominating all the beautiful smells that are characteristic of Thanksgiving. And right here we have one class, Heritage or Heritage. This is the Eau de Toilette Listerine bottle. You will not smell like a turkey if you rock this. Look at that. Wood cap.
The brick is
off.
back. The brick is back.
Oh, baby. Where is my test strip? So
Look at
this
the
is,
orange on
look
there.
at that. Isn't that beautiful? Wow. Oh, as you smell that, I will tell you about it. So this was perfumed by Jean-Paul Guerlain. This is a beautiful fragrance. This is 1992, right? It doesn't smell dated at all. If you wore CK1,
When did you get that?
when
Was this?
it came out in 1992. It's completely relevant today, right? Some people say, I mean, this is a masterpiece. Lavender, patchouli, sandalwood, coriander. It's got a little amberiness at the bottom. I've heard people say it has oud in it. I don't know.
This was
But
ahead of its time.
This is one of those fragrances where if you can only wear one for the rest of your life,
You might
This
choose
is-
that. Yeah.
this is out there, man. Like it's transitioning. It's becoming even a little sharper. I love the patchouli in this. Like the patchouli is dirty, but dirty in a way where you can wear a pinstripe suit with it. It's amazing.
It's got this dryness that cuts through too, right?
Yeah.
Like this dry cleanness. It dries out my nose, but it's also does like I don't know. It went from a fragrance to drying out my nose with something.
It's just super dusty, like
Yeah.
lavender. But it's resinous as well. I think it's intriguing.
Yeah.
Number 2, we're gonna take it back a little bit. We're gonna do a little vintage throwback to a fragrance that's near and dear to my heart. I bought this early in my fragrance journey because it has the same name as me. This is Leonard or
Leonard.
or Leonard.
Leon.
I know that Ramsey out there.
What? It doesn't even have a sprayer.
Nah, it's a splash bottle, dude. I got these from Sweden. I got 2 of these from Sweden for very little money. I think it was like they were $25 a piece shipped. Now, I mean, like I've seen them for like the larger bottles, $600. That's insane. But this is a traditional leather chypre, aromatic, little green, super leathery, and shout out to the man whose name must not be said anymore, Luca Turin, for showing everybody that you can do that with these beautiful, expensive fridge test strips. Smell that, man. This is unapologetic.
Wow.
Wow. This is that uncle that shows up to Thanksgiving who knows people who fix problems. They fix cars and problems.
You got a problem? This guy knows somebody who's fixing it.
It's such a beautiful fragrance. It is a
So,
manly,
when did you-
unapologetic fragrance.
When do you get something for $25? When did you get that? And now it's worth $6.
Obviously pre-pandemic, right? So let's take a look at some of the
600.
notes here.
I can't talk.
This is
Wow. I can
by
smell that from a mile.
Daniel Moliere, and it's citrus, it's tobacco, leather, lots of oak moss, right? It's got that mossiness to it. And there's some green sheeper notes in there as well.
I feel like I'm
That's
just
a
getting
job.
alcohol just because I'm like diving deep.
Smells good out of the bottle. It
Smells different.
It smells better out of the bottle than it does off test strip.
Doesn't this smell alcohol-y off that?
It does. But this is a long-lasting wear, and it's totally appropriate. And the funny thing is they're now cranking out niche fragrances that smell like this when they're throwback fragrances. Why not buy the OG? Like this is
This was an
absolutely
original.
Yeah.
They were a pioneer.
That's a pretty common genre in the 70s into the early 80s of masculine leather chypres. Super nice. But if you put that in a niche bottle and put it up in Lucky Scent, it'll be a throwback and people will pay $300.
For this?
Yeah. Absolutely. Like, you're not going to get the ingredients. You're not going to get the oak moss like this anymore. I love wearing this.
Well, a little bit goes a long way. A little dab.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of those fragrances, it's linear for the first several hours, and then all of a sudden, it kind of lightens up and becomes a little more approachable. But Leonard or Leonard or Ohm, definitely something that'll have you smelling like the man at Thanksgiving.
It'll make you become more approachable.
And if you're 25 and you rock that, like if you rock that,
Uh-huh.
people would be like, that guy has his stuff together.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one that makes you a grown man.
Heck yeah. Speaking of grown up, I have this little guy right here. Another house, slightly controversial, Clive Christian. But
Hey,
this
one,
is
one Leonard, one Christian. That's
yeah.
that's crazy.
This is 2010. This is discontinued, but I'm very happy that I purchased. It was a travel set. There were 3 tin mils in here. There was C, there was L, and there was V. And I paid very little money for it. It came in a little faux leather case. This is it's almost Filippo Sorcinelli-esque in some ways. Because it
is Filippo.
Yeah.
Filippo-esque.
Saffron, oud,
It's
smokiness.
almost like that Lux Vision area with something incensey.
Yeah, a little leather.
This
It's beautiful.
what? What? I'm blown
A little-
away right
a-
now.
A little amber. I guess you would call this a proper Oriental fragrance. But you gotta feel the cap though. I
What
mean,
the
like,
heck?
for real.
Are you serious?
Like
This-
that's.
I wonder if Filippo's ever smelled this stuff.
I think it's just of the genre, right? Saffron, oud, little amber.
There's stuff like in there.
Really? Herbs and spices.
There's just dust on the side. I don't know.
I'm enjoying that. People can hate on that all they want.
Oh my god.
You smell like
I wonder what were the other two like? Were they pretty good?
a little greener and a little sweeter, I believe. Speaking of sweet, we have an award winner.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is an Art and Olfaction award winner. And I have the later version that has the dope cap on it. This is Gallagher Fragrances Behold Patchouli. And shout out to the Fragrance Apprentice. Early in my journey, he was hyping Gallagher. And this fragrance, I've never smelled anything like it because I think people are afraid. Nuclear, dude. This one spray. Other than that, like, your cousin who's a little slow might come after you with a knife and fork because you're going to smell like a delicious patchouli-based dessert. It's like, what do you get out of that? What notes are you getting out
Chocolate, right away. Chocolate.
Yeah.
Chocolate. Hold on. Let me think.
of that? I love Daniel Gallagher's fragrances.
Hold on.
I have samples of the entire line and the pearlescent line. I think they're beautiful. He does gourmands so well and for very reasonable prices.
I feel like it's like a chocolate filled with something though, like a...
Everybody says it's one of those chocolate oranges that you whack. I'm not Eurotrash. I've never done that.
It kind of does have an orangey smell. It's almost like a over the top. You're going to like Hershey's, the production factory, and you have some fruit there too. But like the fruit is very overwhelmed by the chocolate.
It actually has all the notes right on the front. So it's saying orange citruses, frankincense, chocolate, patchouli, honeyed amber, and musk.
I like how they spread that out. That's cool.
Musk.
It's like musk.
M-U-S-K.
Nice. That's a bad.
Smells
fragrance.
like $50 billion.
Have you worn this compliment getter? Or?
My wife can't keep her hands off of me when I wear this. She's a hippie. Definitely a gourmand delight. Go easy with it, but people will say, I've never smelled anything like that before.
That's so alluring.
It's amazingly alluring, completely unisex. Last up, also completely unisex, something you've smelled before, but I think it's gonna surprise you. This I bought early on, and I have to look at the name because I cannot remember it. Evaristo. Theodoros Kalotinis. He is a Greek perfumer. He's actually perfumed for King Charles, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah. And this is called Coffee Addict.
Wow.
Wait a second.
This is
look
history.
Look at the overspray. Look at that. Hold
Wow.
on. Look at the top of the cap, if you can see it. It has residue on it. All right, you ready?
Just shot the light in the back.
Dude, it should be illegal to make something that smells like that.
What?
Told you, it's wild, man.
This is witchcraft, sorcery.
It's
This is
wild.
it's a literal coffee bean. It is like you just ground up a coffee bean and breathed it in.
It's got some sweetness, a little creaminess.
Creamy. I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that. It's not all coffee.
It
though.
smells like a caramel latte. It's a macchiato. I imagine if you layered this with the Behold Patchouli, you would smell so delicious.
Man,
But
what?
Again, for
How does
something
this make that smell? What?
this is unreal.
That's unreal.
This smells better. This is what every coffee shop in the world should smell like, but it smells better than most coffee shops, at least the ones around where we are.
Yeah. They need to start
Absolutely.
spraying that stuff in the coffee shop.
And you could, because this is 50 mils. I think I paid like slightly over $100 for it, and now it's still very reasonable. And he has other fragrances as well.
Does it die down, get a little sweet?
This
Or
is
no?
this is from what I recall. It's been a while since I've worn it because the weather just changed. It's pretty linear. Bottle's still pretty full because you don't need to wear much. And I don't know if you. This is special occasion or fun for me. Like when I want to smell like a latte, I do this. But I think that man, woman, child, Thanksgiving, this is definitely something that you should consider rocking.
Is there a freshness too in here at the end, or is that a different fragrance I'm smelling? Because it smells like creamy. Does it get fresh or no? Just creamy.
It might be something wafting up off the dojo floor here.
I'm just getting straight up ground coffee beans, a little bit of caramel cream.
There's a little patchouli in there too. It might be the patchouli's freshening it up. Now that I think about it, if I smell the Gallagher, that's, yeah. That's wild, man. Holy cow. Or you just might want to stay home yourself and just smell yourself. Go get a turkey sandwich on Friday.
Together is an experience.
This
Are you a
is-
fan of layering? Like you'd layer up for the winter? Are you layering up for?
I don't layer perfumes on purpose. I will wear several perfumes simultaneously, but not in a
You would never-
not in a layering kind of way.
Would this make you more apt to do that?
This is a good combination here.
Yeah. That's good. That's good stuff. Man,
Well-
I'm impressed.
It's the holidays. If this is Thanksgiving, I cannot wait for Christmas and New Year's.
I can't get enough of this.
Which one of these do you think you would wear? Are you going Guerlain? Are you going Leonard vintage style? Are you gonna go Gallagher with the award-winning Behold Patchouli? Like the name even like, it's like Behold Patchouli.
I
What
think
about
I'm leaning.
Clive Christian C? I mean, just reeks of money, although I'm sure there's some haters out there. Or Theodore, I'm gonna get it again and say it the right way. Theodoros Kalotinis. He's probably a nice guy. Like you can't be a bad person and make this fragrance.
I'm leaning towards the Leo and the Christian, Leonard and Christian. I'm leaning towards those two. I
Get
think the
down.
Leo. It's like spicy something. There's something spicy going on here.
Yeah. This is a smell that you can't get overnight. This has been macerating for decades.
And this is almost, and the Clive Christensen one's almost, or Christian, I'm not sure.
It's just Christian, yeah.
Christian. That one's starting to smell like a Tuscan leather. Like a Tuscan leather mixed with a Filippo.
Absolutely Tuscan leather.
You smell that?
Oh yeah.
Like a Tom Ford?
Not as
It's not as Tom
juicy.
Fordy.
It's not as Tom Fordy, but absolutely you can tell that.
It's got some depth.
Yeah, they were peeking out other people's homework, but they still knocked it out of the park.
If I had to pick, I would probably go the Christian one because it's my name. But honestly, I'd really enjoy that fragrance. Or if I was, I'd probably start with that one and then pick one of either the coffee or the chocolate for dessert. For me.
I
But
could
the-
actually see you, speaking of layering, I could see you being the MFK fan you are, layering some MFK with this. If you like this and Oud Satin Mood, Oud Coffee Mood, damn. All right. Well, we're salivating. Happy Thanksgiving,
Happy
everybody.
Thanksgiving.
I hope you smell well and you smell good.
Thanks for supporting the channel.
Yeah, thank you.
If you like our reviews or you want to comment on something, leave us a comment. We'll respond to you. Any ideas?
Do you wear any of these fragrances?
Ideas?
Are you wearing any of them to Thanksgiving? What are you wearing to Thanksgiving?
Yeah. What are you wearing to Thanksgiving? What are you wearing to Thanksgiving? I
don't know. I'm already narrowing it down.
I might go tobacco vanille.
Tobacco vanille?
Maybe.
That's a good one.
Something a little bit more
I
spicy.
actually know what I'm wearing for Thanksgiving, but it's in our next video. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
All right, bow us out, Christian.
Kitsuki. Right? Domo.
Arigato gozaimasu.
Thank you guys.
Gobble, gobble, gobble.